Well, hello there everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of Resident Evil 4. This is the second of the two episodes which Erin very kindly recorded for me. And we're going to crack on straight from where we left off. So if you remember, we were trying to get away from Mendez, or the big guy, if you want to call him that. Now in this instance, Erin had seen that a few of the guys ran towards the barrel, so she managed to take a few out there. That lady ran past her, we don't know why. In the background you might have seen an explosion there. That explosion took the bridge out and we couldn't figure out where to go. Bearing in mind Erin had played this before, but at this point we couldn't figure out where we were going, and so we get a death right at the start of this episode. Kinda sucks. It's not anyone's fault, it's just we couldn't see the path, and I think the game creates that moment of panic really well, because it's like flee from the villagers. We've got, you know, the villagers are dropping down in front of us. Yeah, we're taking them out easy, but we know we've got the big guy behind us. There's the barrel again. Wait for it, wait for it. Blow them all up. I think this is one of the few times where I would say don't reload as much.
This way.
We found the path and then a cutscene takes over to get us away.
I'm stuck.
We need to go.
So the game really sort of drives you forward there, pushing you to run to the bridge, and then the bridge goes and you're like, oh no, where do I go now? But luckily, you know, we saw the path. I think we saw the path in the first one when we died. We just couldn't figure out quick enough and Ashley got hit. But now we're across and we're away.
Listen, you're the one he wants. If we see him again,
Leon being clever there.
What about you?
I'll do my job.
And there's the action hero line, I'll do my job. Yeah, you will.
Take a look. Welcome.
Now, I can't remember if we got anything here. Don't think we did. Not 100% sure. But I don't think there was anything in particular that we were looking for. I asked about the high-powered scope in case Erin had used it in her playthrough, but she hadn't. And to be honest, the scope that I've got on the gun just now, the one that I got free with it, has an extra level of zoom, so I'm not stressing. Excuse me. I'm not particularly stressed about getting the high-powered scope. I can't imagine a situation in the game where I would need to be able to see the pores on some guy's skin as I landed a headshot. I think it's enough just to be able to see the enemy.
Be careful.
So you guys probably, I imagine most people that watch this have seen Resident Evil 4, played it, know something about it, the original that is, and you know what's coming. This is the boss fight.
Cease your pointless struggling. Abandon your body to the will of our God.
You're a shitty missionary. You know that.
Oh, Almighty, grant me the strength to crush your enemies.
Son of a bitch. Ashley, run!
Okay.
Hasta luego.
God, I thank you for your gift.
You want to get ugly? Let's get ugly.
And that's a transformation and a half, so I wanted to be quiet during the cutscene and let you guys watch that in peace. But now we're right back in it. Grabbed straight away. I don't think you can avoid that. Maybe you can. But Erin's doing the right thing here. You shoot the spinal column, or at least the point where it connects to him. He folds over, and that gives you access to his weak points. I think there's another grab coming here. No. Erin managed to stun him there. There is another grab here. We get a stab off. We've run out of shotgun ammo. So Erin does the right thing. She goes to have a quick look round. Handgun ammo, green herb.
You move quick for such a big bastard.
Puts a few in him. There's one. Down he goes. Perfect. So instead of jumping down there, Erin's, you know, she's noticed how much ammo she's got. She's already scoped in, aimed down sights, and she shot him. Now, I didn't get much of a good look at him here.
Guess your tap dancing days are over.
In the second phase of the fight in the original game, you had to, what's the word I'm looking for? You had to use quick time events to dodge his attacks. Button presses, basically. Yeah, quick time button presses, rather than events. You had to, you know, you got the L1, R1 evade to dodge his attacks, and then he would be open to an attack. But here, there doesn't seem to be much of a chance to dodge this stuff. I think when he's throwing the barrels at you, because he does throw flaming oil barrels, I think they can be shot in his hands. But these posts, because there's no roll button in this game. So here he comes now. It's actually easier to attack him here.
Hey, watch where you're swinging those things.
He can't turn with you very quickly. So if you move to the side like Erin has there, he's going back now. Here he comes. And it was at that point we realised we didn't have resources, and you saw the evade pump there, so you can dodge that attack. Gunpowder that was in the flames, and we've got caught by hammer fist. There we go. See, he does that attack. He's got no way of following you, tracking you with that attack. And he's going to do the hammer fists again. Erin moves. And he's down. So we get another stab on the weak point on the eye. And then he retreats to throw stuff at us again. So he goes for the flaming timbers. Now Erin was trying to dodge here, but look, she'd moved off after the first one, but there's just not enough time to turn and move to avoid the second one. Luckily we've got a green and a red herb there. There's nothing there worth crafting. Now we can craft some shotgun shells. I didn't realise that it was the handgun that we had, either of us. So, yeah, those barrels that he just threw, I think they can be shot while they're in his hands, if you can see them. See, the thing that I found annoying or irritating about this part is he's way back in the distance there, and it's very difficult to see him through the flames until he comes forward like that. And there he goes. So that took, what, an eye stab, one eye stab, and then shoot in the eye. So sort of 2 rounds of combat, if you call it that, where you've done enough damage to weaken him, and then he splits in 2, and then damage him enough to get him to fall, and hit him with another stab in the eye. So 3 eye stabs, it looks like, and he's dead.
Give my regards to your god.
welcome.
Thanks.
And on we go.
This fire's bound to catch their attention.
So we finished the fight with, I know there's 2 green herbs there, but Erin had wanted to see if there was possibly a red or even a first aid spray. That's the other side of the bridge that was blown up. In the end, we decided to mix the 2 greens because we weren't sure what came up ahead. Erin couldn't remember. I know it's the road to the castle, but the sequence in the original game was a lot different because you had to shoot the guy inside the truck to get the truck to overturn as it was driving towards you. That's a great landscape shot right there. See the castle, the sort of ominous castle as you're running up to it. In a state of shabby disrepair. I wouldn't say it looks ruined, but it does look shabby. And I think I like that. I like that touch of the slowly closing gate.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about being followed. Come on.
What's waiting for us in here? And that was the end of the chapter. Yeah, so I quite like that. I like the ending. The ending has a kind of foreboding. There we go. We've got another 82.5% for Erin in the accuracy department. Yeah, so I like that kind of foreboding in the ending. Here's this castle. We've crossed it. We haven't seen anyone yet. But the drawbridge is closing on its own.
Home, but Ashley just had to see this castle first.
Perfect, because I have a present I want to give you. Medicine that will help to suppress
And it is just kind of like,
Where do we go?
Let's see.
what's here? Is it more of the cultists?
We can meet up there. Ciao.
We're gonna find out.
All right, Ashley. Luis just said.
I got it. Guess we better get going.
So Erin wanted to shoot the crows. I don't think you could get anything from those ones up there. And the minute you fire the first shot, the rest fly away anyway. These little moments where you get a chance to reset, quickly loot for essentials. Spotted the barrels in the background there. For the chance to get herbs, resources, gunpowders, let you stock up on ammo. It's probably not a good idea to build or craft too much ammo at the start. I know that sounds counterintuitive.
I've got something new.
But you don't want to overfill your suitcase. And here we have the gun that I want. I think Erin managed to get it here. Yeah, because we've got the Chalice of Atonement there, which has enough, yeah. So we did. We got the broken butterfly here, I remember.
There's some things money can't buy. What you see
The
is
broken
what I-
butterfly is the Magnum. In the original game, you could find it for free, so you didn't buy it from the merchant.
Gun's not just about shooting, it's about reloading.
And by the sounds of it, it
You know
has...
what I'm talking about.
Please tell me you bought the
Go on,
Magnum
take this
ammo.
as
Oh
free of
no!
charge. You'll get some bang for your buck, I guarantee it.
Yeah, I'm watching this myself just now. I wasn't in the room when Erin got the gun for me, and I don't think she realised that the Magnum ammo recipe was free. I bet you it's mega expensive later on.
be
Ah,
rubbish.
okay.
Makes no difference.
Fair enough.
The price.
So yeah, as I was saying, in the original, the broken butterfly was
Anytime.
a Magnum. Was the gun that everybody wanted. There were two Magnums in the game. One was called the Lightning Hawk, the L Hawk Magnum, and the L Hawk Magnum is like basically it's like a high-powered, clip-fed,
Through that gate.
semi-automatic handgun. I think it had like a fancy scope on top of it. You couldn't scope in with it if I remember rightly, but it just looked like one of those guns in action movies where the hero pulls it out and it has like that impossible
Tells me they don't want to be friends.
boom sort of sound effect and people get hit and
What is that?
die in one shot and stuff like that.
Guessing it's not for
And then there was the broken butterfly, which looked like an antique revolver
Things just keep getting better.
and had a really cool reload animation where you would reload just to see it, but if you were if the reload animation wasted ammunition, you wouldn't have done it. But it was really cool to just fire off one or two shots to kill like a basic enemy, a tougher version of a basic enemy, and then see Leon flip the gun up over his shoulder, which emptied the chamber as he done it, because he would, I think he grabbed the barrel as it went past. So it's a top break revolver where you sort of grab the barrel and push down, and it pushes the barrel down and the cylinder's open. So he would top break it, toss the empty shells over his shoulder, and then feed shells into the chamber, and then flick his wrist to snap the gun back into place. It looked really cool. I mean, I know it's impractical, it wouldn't work, you wouldn't do it in a real fight, blah 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 blah. But in the context of this game, it looked really cool, and I really wanted to get it in this game. I was kind of disappointed when I heard through some of the game sites that I follow. You know, you got a gamer YouTube channel, of course you're going to follow things like IGN and Eurogamer and things like that, just and Push Square, just things like that where I get hints and bits of news and stuff like that.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
But I heard through that the broken butterfly wasn't free in this game, and I was kind of like, I can see why you wouldn't want to give an overpowered gun in a game like this, where the idea is to create challenge. Although in saying that, I have heard that the mercenaries mode allows you to earn the hand cannon in like 15 minutes ish. So go figure. So here we are, beat first mutated enemy in the castle. That mutation was slightly different, and we'll talk about it more as we see it. We saw a few of the twisters in the last one. There's one of the monks with the steel sort of skull masks, so you're not headshotting them. If you try to headshot them, what happens is the bullet hits and just ricochets off. It's a really cool effect. Now we've got crossbow guys shooting at us. Luckily, I think they're missing so far. Yeah, Erin's noticed the guy just in front of her, but he has jumped down, which is daft because he's jumping towards a guy that's breached their castle. Come through that village. They obviously know that Leon's dangerous, so not sure I would be charging him, but hey. I'm waiting for Ashley to say the line. Catapults, there we go. So now you're under fire from catapults. I think there's 4. And they're mounted at different angles, so it's difficult to find a safe place to stand.
Sorry, must have slipped.
And the danger here is that both you and Ashley
This is their idea of a
can die. Got a guy lurking around the corner. we both thought he was going to be a headbuster. We were like, no. Ashley's been grabbed. You'll see that in the bottom corner. You'll have heard it as well. So this guy snuck up on us. I think he's one of the surviving archers from the first sort of wave of enemies that you encountered at the start there. Erin was going for the backstab, but the guy broke out of the animation.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Gates up ahead on our left here. These are actually not open.
Damn! It's locked. Looks like we'll have to get creative.
Looks like we'll have to get creative. So now you've got to run around under fire from the catapults and figure out what the way in to this place is. We do have a guy here though. So, Suplex City once again. And he has burst. So these headbusters are totally different. Instead of being twisters, these are basically like giant human fly traps. If they can get a grab on you and actually execute it, it is an instant death, I believe. You can counter it with the knife in this. It used to be in the last one, that in the original one, the original version of RE4, that if you got caught with that attack, you were dead. Because it would, I'm pretty sure it rips your head off. In this version, I haven't seen a death animation for that one yet. So I'm not 100% sure. And you see another difference there. The villagers weren't as quick to go for Ashley, whereas that guy just literally bypassed Leon and raced straight to Ashley. Erin thought she could leave her there and she would be fine. Second catapult hit her and she's dead. So we're gonna have to reset and try again. So yeah, the monks in this castle, I'm not sure if it's intentional. If it's intentional, I can imagine the intention behind it being that this is like the headquarters of the Los Illuminados. This is like their castle. And they being in such close proximity, and with the goal being, you know, they're being told through their plagas that the goal is to capture the girl.
I guess this is their idea of a warm welcome.
So they're more focused on grabbing Ashley. I'm pretty sure in the, if I remember rightly, I don't think Ashley got grabbed by the villagers. Or maybe it's just that I never saw it because I always told her to hide. I remember her being picked up a lot more in the castle, and that being me being at much more of a risk, but maybe it was just that there was less places to tell her to hide and she was always there, whereas in the village sequence I always told her to hide in a car or a bin or something. I'll need to think about that. So anyway, we're in, we know this guy's here. He was lurking around the corner this time. Erin was going for a stab attack there. I think she thought she had done enough damage to down him or stun him, and she was going in for the knife attack. Unfortunately, he wasn't playing ball. We noticed here that there's a red barrel there, so that's one of the catapults, and you can take it out with a well-placed shot. That lessens the number of incoming projectiles. We've forgotten about the guy up the top there. Think we get away with it though. Yeah, we do. Straight down here. And send the cannon up. So now we've got a way of getting through the gate, believe it or not. We've not got much time to check this area out. I know we're not really under fire, but at this point you're still feeling the pressure of the fact that these guys are firing catapults at you. So there isn't really much time to do any serious exploration. Back up we go, immediately under fire again. And we've got the barrels here. Now you think you're safe here, and you're actually not, because Ashley's just got hit. So we're gonna have to pick her up.
You okay?
Yeah.
And Down she goes again. So they seem to be really well zeroed in on this area.
Thanks.
Anytime.
Just missed that attack there. I think it landed the wrong side of the door. Taking cover, trying not to get hit. And there's the guy from earlier. Does get the stab attack off this time, but now we've got another one in front of us, so we go for the shotgun. He's killed by the impact of the shell that hit the bridge there. Get the knife attack off there to save ammunition. Ashley's incapacitated though, and there she goes, down again. So you really do have to pick her up. If you don't pick her up, she's dead. In this bit, as simple as that. The big AoE damage that the catapults do. So we've had to reset again, and we're trying to avoid having to reset for a third time. So now we're looking for the catapults. Both Erin and I were watching for the barrels here and being like, you know, let's try and take them out as quickly as we can. Draw this guy over. Excellent.
I guess this is their idea of a warm welcome.
And what we were looking for there was the guy that normally sneaks up on us. There he is. Now, I thought he was dead, and so did Erin. As we're about to find out, he's actually not dead. Yep, there we go. So he's grabbed her. Erin is aware, but she thought she could get a quick shot off at a barrel there and take a catapult out, but she couldn't. And we get rid of him this time. So that's him done. Back up we go. So again, Erin's looking for a red barrel, and we thought we saw a glimpse of one there in that frame, but it was just the animation of a lit trebuchet. That's not a trebuchet. A lit catapult boulder. You know, a flaming rock or whatever it is that they're firing at you. And Erin's very cleverly looking for the trails to see where the catapults are. So we're down here now. Erin wants to have another look, I think. Or is it just to get the barrel? I think it's just to get the barrel there. We know this guy's here. Boom. Take a seat. And down he goes. So now we're trying to see if there's a way to get a shot off at that one. There isn't, but there is a way to get a shot off at this one. So that's one down, and then we know there's one up to the left here. Him spots the... They really stand out against the grey background, so it's really easy to see them. And there we go, we've got 2 catapults down. And I suggested throwing a grenade up here. But in actual fact, if you wait, there is a better way of taking them out. Don't think Erin realised she'd missed there. There we go. Boom. Catapult number 3 down. So now we're only really facing one. Admittedly, it does have the best angle, but yeah, we forgot about that guy again. Down he goes in 2 shots though. Again, we're thinking we can destroy this from here, can't we?
Thanks.
No, we can't. There's no barrels in view. There is a way to destroy it. I imagine you could probably throw a grenade up there, but we'd thrown both our grenades away. trying to destroy the other one.
That's good work.
We jump down, trigger the cannon again, up it goes. We're looking for more blue medallions there. That's what we were trying to catch them in the sort of background, thinking, you know, they stand out so well, we'll be able to see one here. Rifle ammo. Green herbs. Smashed straight in the face. Lucky it was us and not Ashley. There's another blue medallion. We didn't know that was there. Erin had run around the corner to avoid getting hit again because she was going to come back for the barrels. So that was a lucky find. But again, it's right there. I mean, if you didn't know about it, you wouldn't have seen it. Erin ran around the corner, did really well. Again, we're going to look for a red barrel, but we're not seeing one there. Get rid of the guy up here. I think Erin had heard him, actually. So now it's time to... It would be time to fire the cannon, but Erin spotted another blue medallion. I don't think she's going to go for it just yet. No, she's not. She sees it. I'm sure she mentioned it, but she's not going for it just yet. So we hit the generations the first time. The second time we destroyed that. So that's, I mean, you could destroy both those top two, but it's much better to get it early and shoot the barrel for the one on the left, and then that just leaves one shooting at you. So now it's blue medallion hunting time. Here's number 3. And yeah, Erin has seen the guy to the right. Quick scan for medallions.
One down.
No headshots here because he's got the steel skull mask. This guy's a slightly tougher version, but he goes down again. 1, 2, 3. He's down as well. The red 9 at this stage is at level 3 for everything: firepower, rate of fire, reload time, and ammo capacity. So you can see it really does do work for you. It's a good carry handgun. It's good to, it'll carry you through the game. So there's the red barrel there. So if you remember, we threw 2 grenades at this one. Erin threw 2 grenades and just missed with the first one. So instead of wasting grenades there, we didn't realise we could have just come round and shot that barrel, and that would have taken it out for us. Another elegant bangle, so we're going to have to look for gems for that. Can't remember, was it here? I think it was here that Erin said there's bound to be one inside that dome there. So really clever, intuitive gameplay from Erin there, and close enough that we could break it with a knife and save some bullets. So we've got 4 out of 6, and we found them ourselves without having to find the request and look for them, but the last 2 aren't popping at us, so they're obviously better hidden. Having a look around, trying to see if there's any blind corners or hidden alcoves that we've missed. There's what's left of the gate when we blew it up. Again, having a look to see if one of the last ones is in here, and then we can go back. But Erin spotted the request pinned to the right of the door here. And once you pick these up, the medallions are marked on your map. Now, Erin had been going to run in the door here, but I thought we're not going to be able to come back out, so I said to her, whoa, don't run through the door, let's go back and get the medallions, so that we complete the request. Because I don't think you can come back to this area. It's not an area that you have to pass through again as the entrance to the castle, so my worry was that if we didn't find them now, then that's a request that we've missed. Erin had figured out where one is straight away. She knew that it was here somewhere. She thought it was maybe pinned to the outside walls, but as you'll see, it's actually underneath. She's right on top of it here, so yeah, she had figured out that it was under here, and there it's there. Easy shot with the... It's actually an easy shot with a handgun, but Erin wanted to make doubly sure. So a quick shot with the rifle there, and now she's having a look out the windows as well to see if she can see the other one, because I'm sure when she checks the map it looks like it should be down that way. Yeah, there we go. So we know it's behind us now in this direction, so back to the windows, have a look and see if we can spot this. It's not where you would expect it to be. It's actually quite a tough find on its own, unless you were painstakingly scanning the environment. So whereas the other ones just sort of popped out at you, once you see the first one, once that first hint of blue catches your eye, it's actually really easy to see the obvious ones because they pop out. And then, like I say, Erin's been really clever and went, you know, there's probably one hidden inside this dome, and there was. And she spotted all the ones that you could sort of intuit easily. This one, like, I wouldn't have seen this. It's a way down there in the background scenery on the tree, and Erin had spotted it. She's popped it there, and that's us done another request. Easy peasy. So now we're free to go into the castle. We've completed a request. We'll get some spinels as a reward for it. There's another barrel spawned there. That wasn't there the first time. Erin ran through that area. If you watch it back, she ran through that area and turned the camera right round and had a good look. That barrel definitely wasn't there.
Wow. Look at this place. I mean, it's...
Good stuff, stranger.
So there's another one done.
Good things on sale, stranger.
Definitely repair the knife every time. That will save your backside so many times. And I think this is where I said to Erin to trade him for... I think he's got a yellow gem, which is officially called I don't know. I don't know what they're called.
Welcome.
A yellow diamond. Okay. So yeah, I'd asked Erin to trade for the yellow diamond and then replace the sapphire with the yellow diamond, and there we go. Got a much better sell price. Always try and max out the gem bonuses if you can. Max out that sell price.
Well struck.
Combat knife. Pretty sure I said to Erin
Knife needs care, everyone.
it's the
Could be the difference between life
shotgun,
and death.
because this is going to be a workhorse and carry us through the castle now. So the basic shotgun that you pick up in the village, unless you want to switch to the riot gun,
Don't get yourself killed.
the basic shotgun that you get in the village is going to carry us through the castle to the island, where hopefully I can then get Striker, which is my favourite sort of room clearing shotgun. It's my sort of, oh no, they're right in front of me. Boom, 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 boom. Oh no, they're not there anymore. You know, I've pulled the trigger like half a dozen times and they're all dead. So yeah,
Gun rhymes with fun for a reason.
quick loot sweep, save the game. Neither of us knew if there was something going to happen straight away here. We kind of figured because the merchant was there with a save point, but we thought maybe we'd get further into the castle. But cutscene coming up.
A most warm welcome to my castle. Such a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance, Mr. Kennedy.
Who the hell are you?
Me? Oh, please, call me Ramon. And allow me to get straight to the point. I would like you to hand the girl there over to me. Now.
Yeah, fat chance, Ramon. The girl's just fine. With me.
Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Kennedy. How noble. Nonetheless, you see, the girl must be ours. With a girl as the very source, your United States and then the entire world shall overflow with his grace. For that is the iron will of my master, the most holy, Lord Sadler. So then, you will comply. Yes?
Never.
You heard the lady.
How unfortunate. Do make sure our guest feels at home, now that he has chosen death.
Leon?
Just stay close.
And here we go. We've got our combat sequence now. Now we've got the shield monks, but as you can see, the Red 9 can make short work of the shields. We've got scythe wielding monks, they've got range. Suplex that one into oblivion. One's carrying off Ashley right now though. That's upset the rhythm of the combat. He's dead. Now the scythe guy comes in and we take two really bad hits, to be fair. Not bad because Erin could have done anything to avoid them, but that was quite a lot of damage in a short space of time. Luckily we've got the 2 green herbs on hand still. Create some space. We've shot through his robes to the floor behind him. Erin's trying to get a couple of stabs there. Didn't track. Shot through the shield at this guy, and if we'd been able to get a follow-up shot there, we could have killed him straight away because we'd made a hole in the shield. There we go. Down he goes. We caught him with a one more hit on the way down. I think that's helped kill him. And suplex the last one into the ground. So it's quite a cool wee combat sequence there. I have seen gameplay footage from another YouTuber who basically stood in the middle of them and used a combination of handgun and melee attacks. There's an attack on the scythes that you can dodge with. You can evade with circle. You get the evade prompt and Leon ducks as the scythe sweeps over his head. So he just basically stands in one place and uses a combination of knife parries, shots to the legs, and then, you know, a couple of evades, and it looks like really cool. It creates a really cool action sequence in the game. So once again, quick loot sweep. We know there's an area where we can use Ashley to climb over. That door's locked.
If we can get her out to the other side.
Coming over here, we know there's a treasure there. Yellow herb in here, so that's brilliant. That's another health top up. So Erin's going straight back to here to get Ashley up and over the wall and unlock it.
Hang on.
Now I was starting to become conscious of time here. Having seen all the cool action sequences, I was then like, oh, hang on a minute. We might be getting kind of close to our recording time.
It's open.
And I said to Erin,
Good work.
do you think we can make it to the next save point? Is there going to be a save point within the next sort of 10 minutes? And she couldn't remember. And I didn't want to take the gamble. So at this point, we were already talking about ending the episode. There's one more guy that we fight here, I think. Wooden barricades that can be knocked down with a knife. One. 2 bits of gunpowder. Where is this guy? I'm sure there was a guy.
Looks like we can
One more bit
continue
of
on this way.
combat. Once we saw that, we were kind of like, you know what, no.
Careful.
Let's just end it here. And so we do. We're going back to the save point, so I'll say now, guys, thank you for joining me for these episodes. Thank you, Erin, for recording this gameplay. If you could like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, that'd be fantastic. Stick around, there'll be another video come up on the screen in just a few seconds.
What can I interest you in?
If you haven't seen any of my other series, visit my channel, there's plenty on there. And yeah, take care of yourselves, guys. The sun is once again shining where I am. Hopefully you have lovely weather where you are. Whatever you get up to today, enjoy it. It's the start of the weekend for me. I'm recording this on a Friday, so I'll just say to you guys, have a lovely weekend. And I will see you for another episode of Resident Evil 4. Thank you, and bye for now.